Hello, guys. So today I want to talk about one red flag that if you noticed in a woman, you probably should end of that relationship or that talking stage, because obviously you are walking into a danger. Okay, you are walking into a trap, and probably you are ending up with a parasite who probably will kind of dry you, eat you dry, or drain you of your resources. I decided to share this because of an experience someone shared with me, and of course, the advice I give the person is what I think I should bring here, so that you guys also can also learn from it, and probably share your thought as well. If you meet a lady and probably in your talking stage, or you've already started that relationship, and you notice this, you probably maybe at any point you notice that you should probably run away. The first one and the most obvious one is, if you are dating or talking to a lady who does not have a job but is living in a house in a very expensive accommodation, or probably has a job but is living in a house that her annual salary may probably not be able to afford that kind of a house. Okay, so someone shared an experience with me where he is talking to a girl. He met this girl on social media, and they started talking, and they've met I think twice. And the day he visited the girl's house to go know the girl house, he noticed the girl was living in a very expensive environment, an expensive house, and knowing to well that the business that the girl is doing will not be able to give that girl enough money to rent that kind of a house. Now, the two things that tells you is this: if a girl is who, most of them not employed at all, unemployed ladies, or ladies who are doing a job that pays them maybe 100,000 naira a month, and are living in an accommodation of 1 million, 1.2 million, 1.3 million, that should tell you two things. The first is that girl probably is into runs. Yes, she's doing something else besides that job that you think she's doing to earn a living or be able to afford that accommodation. And if that's not the kind of girl you want to have as a girlfriend, you should probably run away. Excuse yourself from that relationship. The second thing that tells you is that girl may not be into runs, but may have some kind of sugar daddy somewhere, or a married man somewhere, married man or married men somewhere who are kind of sponsoring that lifestyle. Okay, because I see no reason why a lady who does not have a job, or who has a job that is paying her less than 500,000 naira, will be living in accommodation of 1.7 million or 1.8 million or 1.9 million, or even probably 2 million naira a year. How is she affording that? And guess what? If you don't walk away from that relationship or from that talking stage, once that rent expire, which will probably be in a couple of months, because some ladies, once they meet a new guy, that the rent expires almost immediately. You will be the one she'll be expecting to pay that rent. You'll be the one to expect to pay that rent. And if you know you are not ready for such thing, I think the best thing to do is to excuse yourself before that rent expires. Honestly. And I think that is one of them. And then two, now this second one is not that much of a red flag, because some ladies out of competition can empty their bank account of their savings just to afford it. Like people who are using very expensive phone. You understand? Maybe iPhone 16 Pro Max. Yeah, there are chances that girl may have emptied her savings just to go and buy the phone to meet up with the expectation. But there's also a very high likelihood that that is also being sponsored either by a lifestyle you do not know, or by somebody somewhere. And if that phone gets spoiled, of course, you'll be the one expected to pay. Now, it is not about you paying that money, okay? But it's about where is the girl able to get the money to sponsor that lifestyle or to rent that kind of expensive house. That for me is an obvious red flag that you probably should run away from. Because as a businessman, as a businessman, and even as a worker anywhere, I believe you should be able to afford. You should rent a house that at least your first 2 months or 3 months salary should be able to pay the rent. But if you are jobless and you're living in a house that's almost 2 million naira, then there are questions that need to be asked. And if you're a guy going into a relationship with such a lady, you are in for a hot soup, honestly. So those are the red flags I wanted to share with you. I hope this makes sense. What do you think about it? Share your thought in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. This is my unfiltered thought. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.